loving me again. Yes, I ask about the chance of her loving me again. She said she never stopped loving me, and she was coming on the train. I asked her, can you believe it's true? Can you believe it's true?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Have I done it right? Can you hear me? Hang on a second, what's going on here? Right, that's better. That's one thing fixed. Is it going to be an evening of me breaking everything? Who knows? Is there any echo? Is there any issues? If there is, there's nothing I can do about it anyway, so I don't even know why I'm asking. But there we go. Everything's loud and clear. Fan Dabby Dozy. So who do we have? I can see Crafty Keeler, good evening. Daryl M, Oregon Dragon, Brian Pop Robson, Audrey Rebedew, Dean Johnson, John Ashcroft, Alexander Moldovan, Joe Pizza. Pizza. Suck you by Queen Lilith. Greetings back to you in Canada. So, who has seen Friday's video about Matt Powell? Good evening, World of Mr. Grey. How are you? Let me know in the side chat if you've seen it. Give me a thumbs up if you've seen the video. Because if you haven't, this live stream is probably going to make no sense to you at all. Ooh, super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dark Ether Bennett or Bennett. I adore your vids. Creek, defend against stupid. I will endeavour to do, yeah, lots of thumbs up so everybody has seen the video. Tau said the Alpha hasn't. Well, aren't you useless then? Yes, David N, it is live. So it would seem, I don't know how well you could see it in the thumbnail, but our friend Matt Powell has already downloaded my video and thinks it's priceless and he can't wait to respond. So I answered him in the comment section and said, will you actually be replying yourself this time, or are you going to run off to Mr. Hovind for help again? And they'll probably include parts of this live stream as well, because I think Matt wakes up every day and the first thing he does is Google his own name or check on YouTube. He types Matt Powell. We got to remember the official. And what is it with him and his air quotes? Air quotes really annoy me. I try to keep them to as little as possible. Who does he think he is? Dr. Evil. But anyway, so he has already been incommunicado with Mr. Hovind about the ween. The ween? What's a ween? About the mean old Welshman. And apparently they pulled up. Let me see. Do I dare try and share the pinned comment? I'm using a completely new streaming software tonight, so if I break anything, there we are, perfect. Look at that. Why did I doubt myself? So Matt Powell official said, wow, this is going to be fun to respond to. Golden. Creaky, thank you, dear friend. Well, for one, I'm most certainly not your friend. I choose my friends very carefully. But 224 people, well, technically it's 223, because one of the replies is from me. Oh, there we are. Are you going to do it yourself this time, or do you need Mr. Hovind to help you again? And he hasn't replied to that, but he did say, all he said is, and downloaded, as if I didn't realize that he would have to download my video to be able to make a response to it. So, what are your thoughts on what we shall call the Matt Powell situation? do you think his reply is going to have any reasonable rebuttal to my video? Because, you know, you all know if you're watching this now that I don't debate people. I just think it's completely pointless. And, you know, I don't think quickly enough on my feet. So I choose to not put myself in a position where I can look stupid. Sorry, where I can look more stupid. Evening Zero. Oh, keep still, man. Evening Dan Palmer. How are you, mate? Yeah, so, you know, I don't debate people because I just don't. I just don't. So, you know, the difference between Matt Powell and me, I would say, is that, you know, whilst I may not be a geologist or a scientist of any description, at least I have common sense and the truth on my side. So I'm going to share something in the side chat now. I tried this out on Wednesday morning's live stream. I don't know how well I'll be able to keep up with it in this live stream because there's already 313 people watching. But if you want to have your say about Matt Powell, or if you have anything to say, but obviously keep it clean because, you know, I'm gonna, you know, it's a live stream. I don't want to get in any trouble. But if you click on this link that I'm sharing in the side chat now, but before I do that,
ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fire Demon 5. Can't wait for the ad hominem response. Well, that's exactly what it's gonna be. But if you want to have your say, I've just shared this in the side chat, speakpipe.com/creaky. If you go there, you can record an audio message and we will go through these audio messages live on stream. So please keep them clean. And remember, exactly the same as any of the Q&As I've ever done, silly questions, get a silly answer. But this isn't necessarily for questions. This is, you know, for you to give your opinion on, you know, what you think Matt Powell's response may be. Good evening, Mark Duggan. How are you? How is sunny Llanelli this evening? How is sunny Llanelli? Why are you just a yellow dot? Anyway.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I love the legit Matt Powell. We've been lovers for years. I wish he would come out, says Ozian. Thank you for the super chat. Who knows? Who cares? Who knows? So nobody's done it yet, but if anybody wants to record an audio message, it'll be played live on stream. I did it on Wednesday morning. It went down well on Wednesday. We had a bit of fun with it. I just invited people to ask a couple of questions. But we'll see. We'll see what you lot have got to say about it. But in the meantime, I know exactly what he's going to do. This is my best guesstimation. I don't think he will... I don't think he will make a response video himself, but I could be wrong. Maybe he will.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Good evening, the plot hole. I know you're already in the Blinder Gang, but for some reason, the tubes think you're a new user. But anyway, so yeah, I really don't think he'll make a response video himself. He never has before. Why break the habit of a lifetime? But what I do think will happen, and I alluded to it in the original video, I think there will be another episode of Whack an Atheist made about me. And it'll basically consist of Kent Hovind playing about a minute of my video and then stopping it and saying, ah, yeah, see, but Matt, he was wrong. I'm not going to say why he was wrong. Is he saying that we evolved from rocks? No, that's not what I said, you bell end. Can't do it all by themselves. So yeah, so basically what it'll consist of is Kent, it's buffering, is it? It says excellent connection. Why is that? Anyway, we'll continue regardless. And you know, he'll pause my video and he'll say things like he was wrong. Does he think we evolved from rocks? Blah blah blah. Birds always give birth to birds, and bears always, you know, breed more bears, because he thinks that we're as stupid as he is. So I don't know if he's deliberately dumbing it down so that his flock can understand and follow along, but that's what I predict Kent Hovind and Matt Powell's response is going to be, because Matt is not going to do it on his own. And if he does do it by himself, you know, fair enough to him, but I will, you know, I'll just make another response to his response. So we've had a couple of voice messages in. Now, some of these, they're going to be giving your real name. So would you rather me not say the name that's attached to it, or do you type the names in yourself? Because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to mention anyone's name if they're not comfortable with having their name mentioned. So do you have to write your name in? We've had one from, well, I know obviously your name is an FEP review, but did you have to type that in? I can't remember. I really can't remember.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Yeah, so you have to type your name in and give an email, right? That's absolutely fine then. So we've got a few of them in now. First one came in from Bill Garrett, so let's give this a listen.
Matt Powell is going to try to sound very reasonable and very mature, and he's going to be very wrong. But his earnestness will sell the message that rationality can't.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm expecting as well. Good evening, Chloe Wright. He will do, you know, like somebody can give you a backhanded compliment where, you know, they say, oh, don't you look handsome today? But you know what they really mean is, look at the state on you. You know, it's like a backhanded compliment. They, you know, they're telling you one thing but meaning something entirely different. And that's what people like Matt Powell do. Because if you notice in the comment I showed on screen earlier on, he referred to me as his dear friend. It's all part of the act, isn't it? You know, the I'm a good Christian boy act. And please remember, if you are a Christian or a believer in God in the side chat now, I am not tarring everybody with the same brush. I am specifically talking about the likes of Kent Hovind and Matt Powell. So nobody get their knickers in a twist. Right, next one's from FEP, a review. Let's see what he's got to say.
If Matt Powell's house was burning down, would you rush in to try to save him first, or would you rush into the backyard and try to save Dr. Peel first?
I do quite like a banana, but probably not in the way you're thinking, you filthy lot. But I don't know. Would I save Matt Powell? You know, I probably would, because I'm not a hateful knobhead. So yeah, but the banana would get eaten first. Next one's from Joseph Laundry.
Hello, Matt. My name is Joe. I was raised Christian and I learned quite a bit about the Bible. And I'm curious, how do you think God feels when you judge other people, like homosexuals and transgender and all the people that you love to judge? How do you think that God feels when you try to take his place and judge them? I'm really curious how you're going to wriggle your way out of this one. Love you, Creaky. Bye.
Thank you, Joseph. That's the whole thing, though, isn't it? People like Matt Powell, they can't see, and this is only my opinion, but it follows along with what you just commented. They can't see that they're doing anything wrong. And a lot of them, and Matt certainly, they are hateful people, but they can't see it because they've created this persona where on camera in their YouTube videos they're coming across as holier than thou, and that they're loving Christian people and they love everybody. They don't. That's just an out and out barefaced lie. They only love and respect people who believe in exactly the same as them. You know, because if you I don't know if any of you have seen any of the episodes of Whack an Atheist that have been made about me. Matt doesn't do it, in fairness to him. Matt's got a little bit more self-control. But Kent Hovind, good evening. Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA. How was everybody's favourite American veterinarian this evening? And I hope you've got a note. This is just not good enough. So yeah, they hide behind this, you know, we love everybody facade. But Kent Hovind certainly, and like I said, Matt has never done it, you know. But Kent always has to have some sort of, he's always got something to say about my appearance. Let's just say that. And, you know, obviously, you know, the Christians like Kent Hovind and Matt Powell claim to be completely impartial, that they have not got a judgmental bone in their body, which is basically an out-and-out lie. Ben Speed's channel's asking, what's this Whack an Atheist then? Type it in on YouTube, mate. After this live stream, though, obviously. Don't do it before. It's basically Kent Hovind, who's another Christian fundamentalist, religious nut job, who basically takes videos like mine and Simon. Basically, if somebody makes videos on YouTube and they don't believe the same as Kent Hovind and Matt Powell and the rest of that group of charlatans, then they will make a video about them, and it's called Whack an Atheist. They're absolutely shite, but you know, they make them nonetheless. Kent Hovind is a con artist, as is Matt Powell, because they are selling a lie. Anyway, the next one is from Barbara Isabel.
Hi, Craigie. This is Barbara in Tennessee in the United States. I thought you might want to hear an authentic Southern accent. You do a pretty good job doing one yourself. Where do you live in Wales?
I live in Swansea in South Wales, and it's funny, right? Because every time I try to do an American accent in a video for, you know, as part of a joke or for whatever reason it may be, I don't do it on purpose. Well, I do the accent on purpose, a very bad job of it, but it always ends up sounding Southern. Why is that? I'm not really sure. But yeah, that is definitely an authentic Southern accent. Right, the next one's from John Ascroft. And I think I should have said Barbara Isabel, not Barbara is a bell, because it doesn't matter. Looks like I'm the only one who noticed it. Mr. Merlin! And the lovely Queen of Lurkers, Tracy Langley. Where have you two been? I thought you'd gone off me, or gone on holiday, or just were busy, or something along those lines. But anyway, the next one is from John Ascroft.
Matt Powell, did you read the Bible from start to finish?
By heck, lad. I bet he's never read the Bible from start to finish. No, I best not bet that. He probably reads it all the time. Oh no, maybe he has never read it at all, because he clearly thinks that it's all literal, and more importantly, he also thinks that it's some sort of science text when it's not. Because when I made that video, and I know this may be difficult for some of you to believe, but I do actually read up about what I'm making videos about. I don't just blindly go into them. I used to, but I don't do that anymore. And beg your parsnips. Hope that wasn't loud. And I read something before, well, it was while I was writing the Matt Powell video, because yeah, I write my videos now with skills, and it basically said I was looking for the origins of the Bible, because I wanted to say, you know, it's a book that's, excuse me, and what I found is the Bible was written somewhere between 2,300 and 2,700 years ago. So I went with 2,700 years. And before it started being written, so it was a collection of verbal stories. So I bump into, I don't know, Mr. Merlin at the shops, and I tell him a story, and then he tells Tracy, his wife, when he goes home. Then Tracy tells one of her friends tell that kind of thing. So the story's getting diluted the more times it's told. And then much later on, then the Bible was written by various authors. So can't they even see that there's a real possibility that what's written in the Bible is not even close to what actually happened? Clearly they can't. Next one's from Dark Ether Bennett.
Hey Matt Powell, why do you trash on atheists despite them doing some good? You know what I mean? I mean, sure, there are atheists that are dumb, but there are also smart Christians. Believing in a deity doesn't change anything. But I do want to ask you for reals, why do you trash on atheists and never look at the good things that they do?
That's a really good point. But in my opinion, it's got a really simple, straightforward answer. Because he doesn't want to. Because he chooses not to acknowledge when people do good things. I read something just before starting this live stream, right? It's kind of irrelevant to what we're talking about, but it illustrates the point, right? So, I don't know how many people watching this are familiar with PewDiePie. He's the biggest creator on the platform. He's got 110 million subscribers. I've never heard him talk about religion. So for the purposes of this, I'm gonna assume that PewDiePie is an atheist, which I know you shouldn't assume, but you know, I'm going to assume that PewDiePie is an atheist. So between August 2020 and August 2021, he's been separating his channel membership money from his ad revenue, and he has just donated $1.5 million to, I think it was a list of about 8 different charities. Now, if it should be irrelevant whether or not somebody is a Christian or not a Christian, religious or you know, theist or atheist. It shouldn't make any difference. And for the most part, to people that don't believe in God, it doesn't. But when the shoe is on the other foot, so I'm talking about from the Christian perspective, it seems to make a massive amount of difference. You know, so somebody, okay, he earns a fortune, he's the biggest creator on the platform, but did he need to give away 1.5 million of his own money? No. Why did he do it? Out of the goodness of his own heart, because he certainly didn't have to. But would somebody like Matt Powell or Kent Hovind acknowledge that? Does that make sense? Probably not, but the next one's from Michael Regan.
The problem with Matt Powell is his overall lack of understanding of science. And of course, his lack of understanding of science leads him to repeating the same thing over and over again, despite its fact that it's wrong. Along with, you know, taking the Bible literally rather than allegory as it should be taken. So, you know, no matter how you look at it, he's right, you're wrong, and that's all he's going to do. He's just going to repeat himself.
Yeah, so he proves time and time again that he has absolutely no understanding of science. Somebody asked him in that comment thread I showed you earlier on what his science degree was in. And I didn't defend him because he doesn't deserve it. But what I said in reply to the comment, because I don't want him to be able to accuse me of being a liar, because I may be a lot of things, but a liar isn't one of them. I said, you know, to be fair, I don't have a science degree either. The only difference between somebody like him and me, well, not, there's lots of differences, but in this context, the difference is that I am happy to admit that there's things I don't know a lot about and that I don't understand. And I most certainly do not feel the need to pretend I'm an expert in something that I'm not. You know, my scientific knowledge is reasonably basic. I'm very lucky. There's this thing called the internet, and if you know where to look, it is absolutely awash with accurate information. And I've also got a couple of people that I can reach out to for, you know, a little bit of extra verification, because I try to always make sure that what I say in my videos is accurate. So I don't feel the need to pretend that I'm some science expert, because I'm not. But like I say, the difference between, we'll say, Matt Powell and me is I read this information, speak to certain people, and I think, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I get why that is the case. But somebody like Matt Powell, he looks at the exact same information that I've looked at, and instantly, because he can't kind of see any way in his mind's eye to make that match with his Christian beliefs, he calls it out as being a lie. And that's the problem with people like him.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I see the QAnon cult have turned on Kenneth Copeland. Have they really? You know, I haven't seen anything about Kenneth Copeland for quite a while. And I certainly haven't made a video about him for a long time. And videos about Kenneth Copeland are very easy to make. So if there's any links or anything you can think of, Mr. Merlin, send them this way. Creaky at creakyblinder.com. And the next one's from Ryan.
Creaky, Ryan here. And I heard the southern accent, and I figured I'd try to let you hear a Maine accent, the northern half of America. Out of all the accents, what's your favorite?
I got to be honest, Ryan. I'm not big on accents, obviously, because I don't have one myself. Then I've never felt the need to kind of pick a favorite out of the millions of others that there are in the world. But there's certain I'm going to go ahead and assume that we're talking about American accents, because, you know, American people just talk really weirdly with accents, I mean. And I do kind of like the New England accent, because, you know, the way they say things, you know, it's a car, not a car. And it just seems as if they're speaking with an American accent, and then all of a sudden they'll slip in a word from a completely different accent. So I'd have to say it would be a tricky one for me to choose between a southern accent, a proper southern accent like that lady had earlier, or a New England accent, because, you know, New York is very rough sounding and very, I don't know how to explain what I mean. You know, the California accent, I think, is, you know, is California considered to have its own accent? But that's the sort of accent that if somebody tries to hear an American accent in their head, it'll be, you know, like a California, LA accent. And it's because that's what we all hear in films. Kathy Short. Let's see what Kathy Short has got to say.
Hey, Creaky. Kathy here from Perth, Western Australia. I'd like to ask Matt Powell and Ken Hoban if they drive a vehicle and what they put in that vehicle and their opinion or comments on fossil fuels and how the hell they got there in the first place. I think the key word there is fossil. So, yeah, just run that up their flagpole and see who salutes. Bye. Keep up the good work.
Run that up their flagpole. You know, that is a really, really good point. And if my terrible memory doesn't do what it usually does and completely let me down, I may do a bit of reading about that and see how I can get that into a video. Because that's a bloody good point that I've never thought of.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I know, Crafty Keeler, it's absolute filth, isn't it? 500 people watching, was 520 now, and only 200 likes. Come on, don't you know that my entire existence is based on validation from complete strangers on the internet? Smash the like button for me, guys.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
I feel so disgusting. I just called you guys. That's such a Matt Powell thing to say, or a young, good-looking person thing to say, and I now officially hate myself. So while I weep into my lap, let's see what Willow the Wendigo has got to say.
Hi, Creaky. This is Willow the Wendigo. I run a new super small channel. I'm wondering what your take is on just not responding to Matt or Kent, actually. I know that could be difficult given how insufferable the two of them are, but I emailed R and Raw about it, and he actually thinks it's best to just ignore them. I'm inclined to agree, but I'm not sure. I made an expose on Matt Powell and who he associates with, and I made a video about Powell's farting dinosaurs that he responded to. I'm the cyber demon wolf in a recent video of his, because I guess he doesn't know what a Wendigo is. The two of them are so dishonest it might be too difficult to respond to them and reach their audiences, and that's something I'm struggling with, so I wanted to know your thoughts about it. I really enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Cheers, mate.
Thank you, Willow. Again, that's such a good question.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I'm still waiting for you to say my accent is your favourite. Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA. You're just American though, Chris. You're one of those lucky Americans who, like me, hasn't got an accent. You just are American. You haven't got any... Do you know what I'm saying? You just sound like an American person off the TV. Sorry. Do you now hate me, Chris? Anyway, to respond or not to respond? That is the question. And it's a good question. And I'll be honest with you, I'm using that approach with expat Taffy, because he is the moon landing denier guy, the Apollo so-called expert, the brilliant expat Taffy. And that's the approach I'm using with him at the minute. I'm just deliberately not responding to him because he wants me to. And I've said this many times before, but the best way to get me to not do something is to tell me that I have to do something. So yeah, keep it up, Taff. But with somebody like Matt Powell, right, I've said this before, I'm not one of these people that pretends that I've got some higher purpose or there's an agenda to what I talk about, because there isn't. All I do is find videos, and the more stupid a thing being said by the person in that video, the more likely it is that I'm going to make a video about it. Right? I'm not going to say, oh, I'm here to stamp out Christian fundamentalists. Nobody will ever be able to do that. As long as there's people, you'll always have religious idiots. And again, it's nothing to do with Christian people in general. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm specifically talking about Matt Powell and his gang. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
My karma ran over Matt Powell's dogma. Thank you, Tim Tully.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Scottish pounds, just cause. Thank you, expat Taffy. Oh my God, talk about the best way to insult somebody and have him ask for a refund for his super chat. I was thinking, and thinking at the same time as talking is no, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
The QAnon business is to do with trafficking. Ooh, you said you'd sent me a link, Mr. Merlin. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to have a look at that, most definitely. Audrey said earlier on, over 500 viewers. Is this a record? No, I had 1,000 once. Oh no, I didn't. That was on a premiere. I don't know. It may be. It may be. UKPI, listen, so would I be as well. And I completely understand if you pull your channel membership, ask for a refund on your super chat, and I would get it. I would completely get it. Because I've had people tell me they're unsubscribing and pulling their support for a lot less. So my most humble apologies.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Responding to Powell is as useful as responding to expat Taffy. Not worth it, and it annoys them more when you ignore them. I know, but I haven't actually said I'm going to respond yet. I may. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll put it to the vote. But the problem is, every time we put it to the vote, the audience always votes in favour of me making the video. So we shall see, Keela. We shall see. Right, there's another voice message from Kathy Short.
Hi, Creaky. I'd just like to point out that all Christians are atheists. The reason being is that what makes you an atheist is not believing in a God. Now, there's probably, currently speaking, about 1,000 gods that people are worshipping all over the world, and unless you believe in all of them, then we're all atheists. So, you know, some people just believe in one more God than I do, which is none. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. Bye.
Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I like Ricky Gervais as well. And I saw something from him this morning when I was doing some very important business just after getting out of bed. Scrolling through my phone, and there was a Ricky Gervais clip, and he talks about atheism a lot. And basically what he said, he was being interviewed on a late night American chat show. I can't remember which one it was, though, because it happened more than 5 seconds ago. So the host was a Christian, and obviously Ricky Gervais is a famous atheist. So he said that something very similar to what you just said, Kathy, but what he said is, he said there's an estimated 3,000 different versions of a god across the world. And he said that very same thing. He said the only difference between a Christian and an atheist is that an atheist doesn't believe in 3,000 different gods, and a Christian doesn't believe in 2,999 of those gods. So, yeah, like you say, to a certain extent, even a Christian could be considered to be part atheist, because there's 2,999 gods that they don't believe in. So what makes them any more special than us? Well, they're all special. Certainly Matt Powell is. But the point I'm trying to make, he said, what did he say? So he said to the talk show host, He said, this is how a conversation between an atheist and a Christian generally goes. So the atheist will say, I don't believe in God. And the Christian will say, well, you should because he's real. The atheist then replies and says, but I don't believe you. Can you show me? And the Christian says, well, no, I can't show you. I can't prove it to you. So, okay, well, I don't believe it then. Because, you know, one thing I think I found is that a lot of atheists seem to be very scientifically minded. Now, I'm not saying everybody that doesn't believe in God is a science buff or a science enthusiast, but they most certainly are much more likely to accept the actual explanation of how something is the way it is or why something happened than somebody whose worldview is clouded by a 2007-year-old storybook.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean Dillon. Love your channel. On a completely unrelated topic, just wanted to know who you think would win in a fight between a baboon and a badger. Ooh, probably a badger. They vicious little turd burgers, they, aren't they? Absolute savages. Absolute savages.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Cannabis Jones. Matt Powell officially is missing the fact that Jesus was a stoner. Could well have been.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Thank you, Erlen Dirk, for upgrading your channel membership. Much appreciated. And I'd like to think that everybody who watches me live would know that I mean that when I say it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
The Queen wishes to know whether lurker tea... Do you know, that's just reminded me. I don't know if I've mentioned this at all, but I've got a new merch store. It's in the description below. With things like this. Also available for dogs, as the lovely Christopher Shapley DVM CVA will confirm. I'll put them back in the merch store. Merlin, I completely forgot about that one. Completely forgot about it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Even Christianity can't get the story straight, and they all promote the Bible. If they did, we would have one unified Christian religion. Exactly. You can't have... If there is one thing, right? So, I don't know. Have I got a thing? So, this is the remote for my teleprompter. And it cannot be anything else other than the remote for my teleprompter, because that's what it is. I know that's what it is. I know what it does. It's here. It's in my hand. I can show it to you. You know, so you know it's real. That's what it is. But that same thing can't be applied to a god, because there are so many different versions of it. I can't go, this is the remote for my teleprompter, and this, you know, somebody else may think this is the remote for my teleprompter. Is this the remote for my teleprompter? Or, do you know what I mean? Is this the remote for my teleprompter? You know, we've got 4 different things, all claiming to be the same thing, based on the belief of the people that believe in that version of it. But only one of them is actually the remote for my teleprompter. And the reason only one of them is because that's how things work. And... you know that was the remote to my teleprompter, because I was able to... there we are. There it is. Dickheads.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
And the polos are amazingly comfortable and some high fashion too. I actually bought a polo shirt. It wasn't a Creaky Blinder one. It was a plain one in black, because I was starting to feel like a scruff every time I take Mrs. Blinder out to eat or something. I was wearing a t-shirt like this and I look like a scruff.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
The anointing oil used by Jesus and his disciples contained an ingredient called canin bosem, which has since been identified as cannabis extract. Well, do. I did not know.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim Tully. Robert Anton Wilson once said, there may be a god or gods, but at this stage of the game, our evolution is unwise to dogmatize about them. For anybody to be certain of the existence of anything, in my humble opinion, there has to be a way to prove it unequivocally. And fortunately or unfortunately, whichever side of the fence you fall on, there is no way to prove that God is real. Sorry, but there isn't. And that's not to say that you can't believe in God if you choose to. And I encourage it if you get some comfort from it. But just don't try and ram it down my throat.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
But that's only true if what's written in the Bible is true. Ah, there we go. See? This is the thing, isn't it? This is the thing. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Who can tell me what film that's from?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Ira Gwyn. No comment, but a £20 super chat. Much appreciated indeed. So what film was that comment from? It's not what we know, it's not what they know, it's what they can prove. Excuse me, there must be bones in my squash. There we are. Robert Knudsen got it right first. It is from Training Day, said by Denzel. Or Denzel if you're from the West Country. Yeah, it was from Training Day. Right, let's have another voice message from some Robson guy. Oh, I wonder if it's one half of 1990s pop sensation Robson and Jerome. Oh no, it's Brian Pop Robson. Expat Taffy's bestest mate.
This is just a question, really. Was Matt Powell official active while Kent Hovind was in prison or not?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I would say, if I had to guess, I would say no. He started his channel on the 19th of May 2014, but that doesn't mean nothing. That's just, no, I shouldn't have said he started his channel. That's when he started his, that's when he registered. Oh yeah, Matt Powell one-handed dunk. Oh, I've never looked back at his old Matty boy. He was a keen basketball player. And then 3 years ago, he started posting religious content. Rabbi admits that Isaiah 53 sounds like Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ, indeed. You said it, Matt. So, I don't. When was he in prison? I'm not sure.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Didn't know would include termites on the ark. Well, if the ark was real and so was Noah, he'd have had to have been pretty stupid, wouldn't he? But I like it. Right, next one's from Time Cow.
Hey, Creaky. Matt Powell, or Stephen Anderson Light, as I call him, has had every one of his arguments debunked so many times. Either he's never looked into it and tried to verify anything, which I really doubt, or he's just lying, and he's going to hit you with the same creationist arguments that they always use, and it'll be easy to shut every one of them down. So I look forward to it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he'd do, and that's what I was getting at the beginning of this conversation. He's just going to say the same thing over and over again. Mainly things that he's heard Kent Hovind say, because he seems to be completely incapable of making a response video himself. So I would then assume that he's also incapable of thinking for himself, and he just hangs on every word that comes out of Kent Hovind's mouth, as do other people that follow him. But yeah, you're right. It'll be exactly the same thing. It'll be exactly the same thing. And it baffles me why he bothers. Because surely if somebody is It's like the flat earthers, isn't it? They must know that. So if somebody decides, starting tomorrow's Monday, I believe the earth is flat, I'm going to make a flat earth channel, then, you know, they must go into that fully aware that they're going to get people laughing at them. They have to. So, you know, Matt Powell, is he a liar? Yes and no. We all know he's lying in every video because we all know that everything he says is not based in fact. So, you know, those are lies there. If he read something and thought inside his mind, hang on a second, this shows me that God isn't real. Oh, no, I can't have thoughts like that in my head. I love God. I can't. You know, so is he lying? Yes. Does he think he's lying? Possibly. He just chooses not to acknowledge it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony Dwyer. No comment, but a €2 super chat. Much appreciated, pal.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Cannabis Jones is on fire tonight. I can feel my legs starting to go funny. That's how I know. All trees turn into dragons when you're not looking at them. Prove me wrong. Well, I will make it my life's work to prove you wrong.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Did Noah bring headlights onto the ark? Never mind termites. He did not. As I said earlier, he would have had to have been pretty stupid. Next one's from Nova.
Hey, Creaky. Making a general statement here. I think that Matt Powell and people like Matt Powell, especially people that are very into religion and politics, but we won't go there, are so set with their own opinion and feel so strongly about it that they refuse to accept any other opinion, which makes it difficult to have a civil discussion in an open forum to talk about all of these different ideas. And I think it hurts them because, I mean, they're entitled to have their own thoughts and opinions, but it doesn't make anyone ever want to think about or hear what they have to say. And vice versa, Matt Powell and Kent Hovind don't want to hear anything that anybody else wants to say. So everybody dismisses them. And on a side note, I lived in New England for forever, so I park my car at Harvard Yard, and I have a St. Bernard.
Yeah, but you didn't say car New Englandy enough. The rest of it, I could hear the New England accent, but not the car. They say car. I got to stop doing that and make myself sound like a crow.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Thank you, Modern Bushcraft, for becoming a channel member. Very much appreciated. What's everybody thinking of these voice messages then? Do you think this is something a little bit different? You know, something that's nice to do, another way to involve the community? Let me know what you think in the side chat, or send me a voice message and let me know what you think. Next one's from Tom Edwards.
This is a chap from Cardiff originally, or should I say Cardiff. And my question to Matt Powell would be, why are you and your other flat earthers and new creation, what are they? I don't know, I can't remember what they call them now. The ones that believe that Earth was created 6,000 years ago. Why do they always do their videos in their cars? I always wondered that. Anyway, take care, mate. Ta-da.
Yeah, you're right enough. It's Young Earth Creationists. That's what YEC stands for. I'm just so young and cool. I use abbreviations wherever I can. OMG. WTF. They make videos in their cars because they're terrified that their partners will find out what they actually believe, and they, you know, nobody wants their wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend making fun of them, do they? You know, so that's why. Next one's from Zach.
Howdy there, Creaky. White Mage Serenia here. Not that you've heard of me or anything, but I got a couple of questions for you. Did you hear about Kent Hovind's recent foray into the legal system again?
Yes, I did, and I know exactly what you're going to say, Zach, and I'm not going to carry on playing that message because alleged foray into the legal system.
Ooh. Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Why is he talking through a pillow? I wondered exactly the same thing myself, Keela, but there we go. Next one is from Jezza the Mass Reviewer.
Hi, Creaky. Maybe ignoring Matt Powell is the best option because people like him just want the attention. So it would annoy them even more if you don't give them what they want. Anyway, keep up the good work, Creaky, and look forward to your videos, Jezza.
Thank you, Jezza. I know what you're saying is right, but there's no flat earthers left to make videos about, right? And I get it. I really do get it, and I happen to agree with you. But who do I make videos about then? Do you know what I mean, Jezza? It's a necessary evil. That's what I'm gonna say.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Nothing wrong with some pillow talk, says Timo Lynch. I couldn't agree more.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Thank you, Sean Dillon, for becoming a Blinder Gang member. I hope you're ready for a crushing amount of disappointment.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Gary IOW says he sent a voice message, but he doesn't want to. Airy muff, don't then. Next one's from Zach, who has got a really good email address. Creaky is awesome at wasted coin. Ooh. Oops. Sorry, Zach. Oh dear.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Sorry, Zach. See what you had to say anyway. I had to think what the next message will say.
Hello, Creaky. It's a nice day out. Should I go outside?
Yes. I've been outside all day. Hence my lovely olive head. I've never got that. Ooh, look at her. Hasn't she got lovely olive skin? Ooh, look at him. His big muscles and his lovely olive skin. Olives come in green and black. I don't get it. Can anybody explain that to me? Because I don't understand it at all. I really, really don't.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Cannabis Jones has got a lot to say tonight, and he doesn't mind paying to say it. If God is real and made the universe, why did he stop? Why did he stop making rocks with magic and let them be made into volcanoes? If God is the light, why did he need to make stars? Good point. Well put. And thank you for the super chat.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
The flat earthers may be crushed, but the creationists and tin fillers are still fair game. Listen, anybody is fair game in my book. I've got a very short list of people I won't make videos about.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I don't know why I pressed that button again. What a div. Anyway, next voice message is from Emma.
Hey, Creaky. I thought I'd just fight fire with fire, and I opened my Bible and found a verse. I do understand now why Matt Powell is so adverse to understanding science. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Sorry, it's KJV, and I've been drinking. Love you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Emma. He who increases knowledge. What was that last part? He who increases knowledge.
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
So if somebody gets smart, they make other people miserable. That's in the Bible. So the Bible wants people to be stupid. Well, in the case of Matt, it looks like they've got what they wanted then, doesn't it?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mystic Maggot. No comment, but thank you for the super chat. It just baffles me. Uh-oh. It's Zach again. He's probably sending a voice message to shout at me.
My bad. I forgot to mention allegedly. My bad, as I said. But just keep on keeping the good fight there, Creaky. That's all I wanted to say. Just remember that Matt Powell has, allegedly, the giant inflatable banana in his backyard that he calls Dr. Peel. Anywho, keep having fun and keep fighting the good fight. Down with stupidity. Have fun.
Thank you, Zach, and I will continue to try my best, as I always do. Has Matt Powell ever acknowledged the Dr. Peel thing? I've never seen that he has, but I'd be interested to know if he has.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
What's the difference between a God that doesn't manifest in reality in any detectable manner and one that doesn't exist? Matt Dill Dillahunty? I'm sure there's a better way to say it. Matt, from the Atheist Experience. What's the difference between a God that doesn't manifest in reality in any detectable manner and one that doesn't exist? That's a really clever saying. And I wish I'd thought of it.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Welshie. No, doobly what's it, but no comment. Not a doobly what's it. There's not many doobly what's it's going on these days.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Thank you very much for becoming a channel member, Frank being Frank. And why would you be anything other than Frank? You know, Frank being Steve hasn't got the same ring to it. Frank being Clive, definitely not. And the only thing that could make it worse is if you were Frank trying to be Keith. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Anyway, give me some feedback, people. What are you thinking about this format? About you being able to send voice messages in? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And also, I'm sure you will have noticed, and I wish I had beforehand, if I'm being honest, the lack of overlay. Is this better? Is this more like a video? Or do you just hate it and me in equal measure? Let me know what you think. I'm always keen on feedback, and preferably down in the comment section, because there's still 521 people watching for some bizarre reason. And the chat's getting a little bit tricky to follow.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Whiteboards are remarkable. I love a good dad joke. Thank you, UKPI.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm late. Sorry, my bad. Well, as long as you've brought a note, Smarty Marty, that, you know, adequately explains why you're late, then we'll say
Welcome
no more
to the
about
Blinder
it.
Gang, Mosh.
Thank you very much, Erlen Dirk, for becoming a channel member. And there's a question in that, but it doesn't show up right. What's your opinion on ridiculing young and flat earthers in the comments on their own video with the time? Oh, hang on a sec. What? What's your opinion on ridiculing young and flat earthers, or young earth creationists and flat earthers, in the comments on their YouTube channels? With the time or not? I'm not sure what with the time or not has got to do with the price of fish, but there's a couple of reasons why I don't put the links to the videos that I'm responding to in the description of my videos. Number one, I don't want to give them any views, because the majority of people I make videos about are complete scumbags or really stupid, or a combination of the two. And the second one is, I don't want to be able to be accused of sending the Blinder Gang after people I make videos about. So that's why I don't do it. So, but you know, if somebody, but I always make sure, and it always makes me laugh, I always say, and today we are talking about Matt Powell official. And then I get people commenting, oh, can I have a link to his channel? What, can you type Matt Powell official into YouTube then? I don't want to do everything. I have to watch these videos.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
Oh, I just done that, didn't I? Oopsie. I done a poopsie.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Mystic O'Magat. Expat Taffy or Hovind, who wins the fight? Probably Kent Hovind, because Expat Taffy's a wrinkly old giffer, isn't he?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
If Creaky, Catherine and Dan spent 1 hour agreeing with Flat Earth, Kent, Nathan and CC would instantly join the opposing team. Who's Catherine? I'm a bit out of the loop. I don't know who Catherine is. And we have another voice message from Zach.
Oh, don't worry, Creaky.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, don't worry, Creaky. I'm not the one you goofed on earlier. It's just we share the same first name. That's why I said not the other one in my name. Hopefully they don't feel too bad, though.
Ah, I thought you'd used an alternative email address. 'Cause I do feel bad for doing that. I did it on accident, though.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Look, one of you rushed over to pat my back then. I could have been choking for all you knew. Cheers.
Hello, Creaky. I've taken the pillow off my head now, and I'm on a computer. Just a little observation. All those New Englanders with their car. Now, as you know, there's a little town down the road called Cardiff, where they all speak like that anyway. They say Cardiff, Mark, Park,
Cardiff,
etc., etc. So there you go. New Englanders are old Welshies. Ta-da!
That's it. They speak with an American accent until they need to say car or park, and then they become Cardiff. That's what it is. That's what their accent is made up of. It's a combination of American with a little bit of Cardiff thrown in on certain words.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Hi, Creaky, from Mary M. Hi, Creaky, recent subscriber from Ohio, USA. Enjoy your content. Witty comments on a Welsh accent. Welsh accent? Are you mad? The voicemails are different, but an interesting idea. Yeah, my live streams have always been about interacting with you. You good people, my family. My YouTube peeps. And when I came across this, that really hurt my chest. I just thought it was such a cool idea. Because, for one, it gives me the ability to put not necessarily a face, but, you know, I am one of these weird people. Like, for example, I don't know, Crafty Keel is a crap example because I know what she sounds like, as most of us do, because she makes videos. But if Crafty Keeler was just a name that I can't help wonder. So I wonder what Crafty Keeler sounds like, or I wonder what Mary M sounds like, or Sora Quill, or Bob Noodle's gyroscope. I'm just a bit weird, I'm afraid. What can I say? What can I say?
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Crafty Keeler demands that the lurkers be exposed. Right then. We shall have to see what we can do then. We shall have to see what we can do. Uh-oh. Everything's frozen. Oh, not again. You are taking the mick now, aren't you? Fan Dabby Dozy. Anyway. Bear with me, uno momento. Whew, that was a close one. I think I'm back. Right, hang on a sec. Let me just do that. And do that. And then click on that. And then do that. And then click OK. Whew, that was a close one. Anyway, where were we? A grumpy capybara is lurking. Andrew Kezagig is lurking. Blue Feather is lurking. I'm not looking at the screen, so if you weren't lurking, tough titty. Emily Yodasma is lurking. Emily always says hello, usually. Eric Blass is lurking. Eric Vox is also lurking. Gary IOW's gone quite quiet. Is he a lurking member? Who knows? Ghost Hunter 08 is definitely lurking, as is Green Lark, Hairy Pie Poo, Highways and Byways, Itchib, Daz Rylander, Cossack Wolf, Little Picker, Mark Brown, Molly Parsons, and Norfolk Cohen. Olek is lurking, Rathalos is lurking, Regios is lurking, Rich901 is lurking. It's going too fast. I can't go very fast. I'm nearly 50. Tony Dwyer's lurking, that Welshman man is lurking, the Jonah is lurking, TV Boathouse is lurking, Vesta, they're lurking as well, Video Pirates lurking, and so is White Man Serena. Whew. That was a challenge. I need a swig.
If you're enjoying the stream, remember to smash the like button right now.
Exactly, Tracy. Lurkers everywhere and not a drop to drink. I'm not sure if that's how the saying goes, but yeah. Yeah. Hang on, that's gone now.
Ooh, super chat.
I can expose your lurking, Regios, and I just did expose your lurking. Keep up, will you?
Ooh, super chat.
Thank you, Sean Young.
Thank you. Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I didn't sound so bad, Liquid Courage. You sounded fine, as has everybody who has participated as a participationist. If you know what I'm saying. Norfolk Cohen has come out of the woodwork now, caught in the lurking act. Eric Vox is now not This isn't how the lurk register works, people. If you haven't got anything to say and you're watching, you're lurking by default. Know what I'm saying, Harry? I'm sure you do.
Ooh, super chat.
Mystic Maggot, my name is not on the Patreon list. Yeah, it's not the first of the month yet, Mystic Maggot. I only update the Patreon list at the beginning of each month.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I can't go very fast. I'm nearly 50. Creaky Blinder 2021. Oh, I've got a buttload or a boatload of sayings, Keela. It's, you know. What can I say? What can I do? Mystic Maggot, it will be on the Patreon list. It's just not there yet.
Super chat. Thank you.
I update it at the beginning of every month. So once in next Sunday's live stream, it'll be the new Patreon list. Definitely. Emily Yodesma, I've been talking, said hi, talked about Kent Owen and said weird is in the eye of the beholder. I apologize, Emily Yodesma. I am but a man who likes to read really slowly. And there's only 454 people watching now, so I've already bored about 70 people into submission. But yeah, the chat is a little bit trickier to keep up with tonight, so apologies. And I haven't turned on the doohickey doodah. You know, that thing that makes the chat go slower.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
You doing voicemails just to hear accents? Kind of.
Ooh.
Oop, how did the lurk register start? Do you know, I don't know. I can't remember. I think... No, I can't remember. The glue stuck on my cheapy tiles. I think I had made a video about, but I'm guessing. I think I had made a video about somebody and they were threatening to, you know, come and harass me in all my live streams. And I think I was keeping an eye on the participants and I read them out. I think that's how it started. And then, I don't know, I probably just called it the lurk register because I was looking to see if such and such a person was lurk. I don't know. I think that's how it started.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I meant to say, is it worth the time to ridicule people who believe in nonsense, or should we just ignore them? P.S. Can you roll your R? only people with really, really thick Welsh accents roll their R's. People who speak without an accent like me don't bother. It's too time consuming. Yeah, so I think that's how it started. Anyway, I could be wrong. But if... What you've got to think as well, I'll pull this comment back up, otherwise there'll be no context to what I'm saying. Is it worth... Do you mean, is it worth my time to do it? Because it most definitely is worth my time to do it, because this is what I do for a living. Imagine how awkward a conversation that is to have with somebody you've not seen for, I don't know, 10 years, 15 years. Oh, what do you do for a living now then? Oh, I make fun of people on the internet. No, I do, really. That's what I do for a living. I'm nearly 50 years old. And when people ask me what I do for a living, I have to say I make fun of people on the internet.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
What does your... Hi, pal. Unrelated. What does your super chat pop-ups? I was using Melon and StreamYard, but this, believe it or not, the ability to show this on the screen is a Google Chrome extension that somebody from the open source OBS community has created. And it's a lot more simple and straightforward to control. I've only got one version of the chat open, whereas using Melon app, I had to have Melon chat open and YouTube chat open, and it got really confusing. So it's a Google Chrome extension, mate. Absolutely crazy. If you are interested and you've got any use for it, send me an email, creaky@creakyblinder.com, and I'll send you a link to the video that I watched to learn how to set it up. It was really simple and straightforward.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I'm lurking, shirking, and twerking with my gherkin. Make of that what you will. But cool. Cool story, bro. Tony Dwyer says, 50, thou art but a child. I say I'm nearly 50. I'm not even 49 yet. I'm 49 in November the 11th. Okay, so... Okay, Google, add to my calendar. Don't forget to buy the Creaky Blinder a birthday present on the 11th of November.
Got it. When is the event?
Alexa, remind me to buy Creaky Blinder an absolutely awesome birthday present on November the 11th. Or before, to give me a chance to send it to Wales.
Changes to the calendar belonging to the Creaky Blinder, so I'll put that event on your calendar instead.
Right, shut up. Google, shut up. Nobody asked you.
Got it. When is the event?
Google, cancel, please. You get on my nerves.
Okay. When is the event?
Shut up! There is no event.
Sorry. When is the event?
You're taking the piss now, aren't you? Okay, Google, stop, cancel, cease.
I'm still not sure when your event is.
Oh my God, is this guy real? Okay, Google, can you stop, please? I'm live on YouTube and this is really embarrassing. Plus, I'm scared you'll say my real name.
Okay. When is the event?
Oh my God. Everybody just shut up for a minute.
Sorry. When is the event?
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mosh.
I'm still not sure when your event is.
Google, there is no event. Okay, Google, cancel.
I didn't save it.
Good, because there was nothing to save. Oh, I nearly hung myself in my headphones then. That would not have been a good look live on stream. Anyway, my most sincere apologies for Google and mine's domestic live on stream.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Well, not really, Scotty Mac. Could you, look, anybody work for the council? That's sweat. Thank you, Scotty Mac. Very kind of you, pal.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Keep the dream alive. Hit your snooze button. Oh. I need to lay down after that. Right then, we've got another message from Nova.
In my defense, there's actually several New England accents. The one that is the classic Ka Harvard Yard is a Massachusetts accent, and they're also known to elongate their A's in a different way. So you get things like, I'm going to go down to the Packy, which is a kind of liquor store. And there's also the Rhode Island accent, where they do weird things with their R's. They take R's off of places they belong, and they put them in places they don't belong. So I am a Rhode Islander, and I drink soda, and I like to carve pumpkins, because there's no extra P in there. Who does that? And I like to remember what I ate for dinner last night. And then Maine and New Hampshire is where things like Wicked Pissa came from. And Connecticut we don't pay attention to, because Connecticut is to New England as New Jersey is to New York. And we don't like them because they're rich and rude and stuff. Anyways, that's all I have to say about New England accents.
So, as much as that amused me, I'm not sure if it should have amused me that much. But to me, a Rhode Island accent is Peter Griffin. That's, in my head, that's what everybody in Rhode Island sounds like. And when I think of a New England accent, I'm thinking Mark Wahlberg in Deadliest Storm. No, it wasn't called Deadliest Storm, was it? You know the film I mean. That's what I'm thinking of. Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Poor little thing. Wait till you're looking down the barrel of 3/4 of a century. I know. I gotta be honest, right? I have these really weird thoughts now, and for example, the perfect storm, thank you, Frank being Frank. So yeah, Nova, that's what I think of when, to me, a New England accent is Mark Wahlberg in A Perfect Storm, and a Rhode Island accent is Peter Griffin. It's not my fault, blame TV. So yeah, I have these weird thoughts, so I'm gonna be 49 in a couple of months, and obviously 50 comes after 49. Math skills, I know. And I can't help but be laying there sometimes, because I fall over a lot because I'm old, and thinking, you know, based on statistics, I've got 20 years left in me, 30 if I'm lucky, and it's just not a fun thing to think, is it? Because I got so much left I want to do. Like hit 100,000 subscribers and get a silver play button to go on the wall. I can't do that if I'm dead. But we have another voice message from Matt. Somebody else named after something you wipe your muddy boots on.
Hi, Creaky. This is Matt in Minnesota. I've endured the Matt shaming and hung around because I find your talking about accents interesting. I am accent free, so all of yours are really fun to listen to. When I heard you the first time, I thought you were Scottish. Do you take that as an insult or a compliment?
An insult! But it could have been worse. You could have thought I was English. Because that's something that really infuriates Sean Connery. That's one thing that infuriates most Welsh people, is when you go on holiday to Spain, for example. And, oh, where are you from, senor? Well, I'm from Wales. Where in England is Wales? It's nowhere in England. You knob. It's its own country. Get a grip. Get a grip. And another one from, flipping heck, Keela, have you been playing the lottery or something, or won on a scratch card?
Ooh,
take your
super
time.
chat. Thank you.
You know you're old when you scream at technology and freak out about death. Ah, damn. I guess I brought that on myself.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
So to us Texans sounds like King of the Hill. No. I've never watched King of the Hill, right? I'll be honest with you. I'm familiar with it, but who do Texans sound like? Richard Rawlins from Gas Monkey Garage. That's who Texans sound like? Or anybody ever who was in any of the cowboy films that my dad is completely obsessed with watching. Sorry. Not sorry. Not really. Another one from Kathy Short. She's certainly not short of things to say, is she?
Hi, Creaky. Kathy again. I just want to point out to everybody that it's really important that we all occasionally sin. Otherwise, Jesus died for nothing. Bye.
Do Christians admit to sin? What is sin anyway? Sin, I think, is a term that Christians use to justify poor judgment. And you do not need to be a Christian to have poor judgment. Trust me. I know for a fact. Yeah. They must. They have to. There isn't a person. None of us. I'm certainly not. I can look at any of the names in the side chat now and say with 100% confidence that you aren't perfect either. Because who is? Mary Poppins? Maybe. But none of us. Human beings are too flawed to be perfect. It really is that simple. But anyway, nobody else send in any questions because it's 5 to 9. And you know, I'm old and I get tired and I need to lay down and I'm starving. I really, really need to pee. And I've basically run out of things to say. So bye. Or not? Shall I stay or shall I go? I'm going. Bye. See you next time. Take care. Bye.
Thank you all for watching live. Don't forget to follow me on all your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a good week.